Hello, and today we're joined by Chris from GibsOnIt again, the prop master king himself. And today we're here to talk about one of Chris's brand new props. Take it away.
Hi everyone, so this is the 3D arches that we do. You know the normal 3D rainbow arches that we do. Well, this is a complete round one. It was a new design that I come up with. Stands just over 6 foot by just over 6 foot wide, and it's just a multi-functional prop really. The guys here have done it with the Frozen theme, which my little one is going to love, but also intentions that we could maybe put, you know, our lattice style plinths that we do. Nice little plinth in the middle, wedding cake on top.
Absolutely.
Something like that, or even for a Christmas theme. This could be a grotto.
Yeah.
So it's loads of things that you can use this for, guys. And of course all my props, I try and do it so they're easier to move, so this detaches in the middle here. So you've got two separate things, so it's a lot easier to move about. So yeah. I
think the other thing about that as well is it's pretty freestanding as two separate pieces too, right? So you could have two halves meeting with something in between, or you know, there's lots of different uses for this archway. As Chris has said, we've done the Frozen theme here, you know, all white for weddings. You know, we can make it into an igloo type feel to it, or even a Christmas wreath, or perhaps even oranges with pumpkins for the Halloween season. So, you know, check out GibsOnIt on Instagram. And where else can we find you?
On Facebook on GibsOnIt, and on the website GibsOnItPartyProps.com.
So check them out and go and see what props they have to offer, and if you've got any ideas, they're always willing to see what they can come up with.
Definitely, guys.
So now we're going to put together another display, this time using more classic styles of decor, and we're going to do a sort of galactic space kind of theme, which will just show you again how many different ways we can use this prop. And we're going to need a few different elements, which I'll show you briefly how to make now. We're going to need some planets. So the best way of making a planet, in my opinion anyway, is to use the graffiti print balloons. This is the Sempertex Graffiti Frost, which is a clear balloon and a white graffiti print on it, and it's been double stuffed with a 12-inch Sempertex Reflex Blue. And then we just need to put a ring around the planet, and I'm just going to use a Fashion Blue 260. Inflated most of the way, because depending on the size of this you're going to need different lengths, so you may as well take it mostly to the end and then get rid of what you don't need. A pinch twist in the end, another pinch twist, and then we put the neck and knot of the round balloon, pull it through the pinch twist to anchor it nice and firm, like that. Now you'll see that this is a balloon of two halves effectively. The way it's made, it's obviously held in some kind of frame or something and sprayed both sides, so there's a line around there, and we'll cover that up with the ring. So just take this, take it all the way around the balloon, covering up that line. When you get to the other side, pinch it off, keep it nice and tight against the balloon, pull it through the twists, and then if you deflate that, that will then give you something to attach this to the finished piece at the end. You'll just wrap it into a garland or something like that. So really simple to make a planet, and you can make lots of different variations of that. You can, I mean, there's a different colour version of the same thing with a reflex ring. There's a bigger one that's an 18-inch reflex blue and a 360 around that, so you've got a much bigger planet. And then this one has got 3 rings instead of the one, done in exactly the same way. We just sort of stack them up, and then I put a couple of little dabs of adhesive in between to keep them in place. But very easy to do, but highly effective. To fill the bulk of the design, we're going to use various different pieces, but they'll all be constructed in exactly the same way, and that's duplicate square pack. So for a garland that's going all the way around the outside here, and another one that will go around here, we need balloons of all the same size. So it's really, really easy to do. You just create lots and lots and lots of duplicates, and we have, to create this effect, duplicates of Sempertex Fashion Purple and Fashion Black, and then the occasional Reflex Silver with white stars. These are all 5-inch balloons inflated to about 5 inches. The size doesn't matter, it will depend entirely on what you're doing with it. And then you simply use an uninflated 260, which I've kind of lost, it's in here somewhere, there we go. Tie it onto the first duplicate and add them one at a time. So the last duplicate to go on was the purple. Sit the black one, wrap it round once, another purple, wrap it round once, and then I'm putting in a black. Actually, I did the order wrong, doesn't really matter. Well, no, we'll do it right. Let's take that off again. If you're systematic about this, really good tip, if you always wrap in the same direction, then if you do need to undo it, it's very easy, because you just unwrap in the opposite direction. Basically what I'm doing is every 5th cluster has one of these stars in, so that should have been a star there, then a purple, then a black, then a purple, and so on until you have completed the length of garland that you need, which will then go onto the prop where we want it to go. As I said, there'll be another garland in here, which will be in Reflex Purple only, and then filling in the gap, we're going to use the same technique, duplicate square pack, but we're going to change the sizing. So what we've got here is each duplicate has one balloon of a larger size. This is Sempertex Reflex Pink inflated to 5 inches, and one balloon of a smaller size, Sempertex Reflex Silver inflated to 3 inches, 3 inches and 5 inches. And then when you pack them all together, if you keep the silver on one side, the pink on the other, it will form a circle. Those sizes are quite specific because it will mean that using 30 duplicates will fit perfectly around a standard foil. Like so. And then you do it again. You make a bigger ring, and this time it is Sempertex Reflex Blue, 12-inch balloon inflated to 10 inches, and Sempertex Reflex Fuchsia, 12-inch balloon inflated to 7 inches. And then this fits exactly into there, and then that will fit into there, and you'll see it in a minute when we put it all together. Last little details to go on will be our astronaut heirlooms, and then we have an astronaut super shape that I want to look as if he's kind of drifting away. So this is a curly made from a Fashion White 160 that's attached to the inflation valve. The balloon itself would be way too heavy if it were air filled, and it would pull too much if it were helium filled. So I've actually filled it with about a 50-50 mixture. I started with helium, and as soon as it started to fly, I topped it up with air, and that then just gives it a kind of negative buoyancy, which means that it will float just where I want it to float in the final design. And here's the finished piece. As you can see, we've added in all of the various elements, and you can then see just how versatile this prop is. We've used it for organics with Frozen and with the wedding, and now we're just using it with a lot more classic style decor, duplicate square pack garlands all over the place. It works for everything.